Ash's hook. After finally taking the plunge into the darkness, you had proceeded towards the Yellow Mirror and the great city that you've heard of, Carcos. Hearing of the many horrors that wait below, as well as seeing the previous ruins that were built there, along with the large stairs built by giants originally, that had been carved clean from the wall, purposely felled, so nothing from the pits below would ever arise. You had made your descent into, some warily, but while leaving some soldiers behind to guard the gate, as well as show where the reinforcements should arrive to, need be. You proceeded on the main tunnels, going down further and further into the dark depths of the earth. As you made these initial treks and journeys following the map that you have, some was easily dealt with and quite handedly, while other situations, as you started to come across some of the creatures that had come from the city and given you opposition. One being an extraordinarily large insect, some form of beetle that had been warped by whatever the city had done to it and seemed to be hunting, well, purple worms and giants as far as you could tell, purposely carving out stone and consuming them. Other things that you had come across was other followers, as well as what seemed to be a mass gathering of cult-like people and creatures, one being a massive giant, while the rest of the gathering there was all wearing tethered yellow rags in honor of Asher himself. Not seeking to fully alarm this hive mind-like city, quickly had left, leaving the mass to be reached to by this strangely slow-speaking giant, though still seemed to have a same amount of power and fervor in his speech, even though it was sluggish in some manner. As you were tracking, there was also the ambush that had happened from some of the Yugoloths that lived down here. Some other kind of creature, viewed with magic, unnatural to the world and usually from the abyss as well, seemingly stretching its hand out to aid with these eldritch creatures to further their own goals as far as you could tell. Some that were clearly human, others that had probably taken power at some point from other oppositions. Proceeded nonetheless after the brief ambush, a short and minor inconvenience, as the rest of the fire giants and others pushed on ahead, chased out or slaughtered other creatures that would possibly give an ambush. After quite handedly dealing with many of these creatures on these paths for the few days that you were on, you had come across one of the main caverns, somewhere that has been kept for some time. You remembered hearing many stories of stone giants in the caverns they keep, ancient relics of times of old, and the respect that they have for the mountains themselves, as well as the rocks and stones that surround them. Denizens that are naturally in tune with the realm of dreams and the various iterations and warnings that come from it. Having some worry that being so close to Carcosa, you proceeded with caution. Not sure if any had taken heed with the Yellow King. After realizing that many of them have a sense of disgust and despise what the city has done to the dream, trying to pervert and prevent their many prophecies that they keep and gather. You realize that this place has been protected by one of the scions of old, the ones that the stone giants worship. Realizing that one of these great avatars had blessed this cavern is one of probably the few left that have been untainted down here, as is, well, from what the giants described as a 2-day travel by their standards. Might be a little bit slower with some of the party that you carry with you. Just as trying to keep track of that many people is somewhat difficult. Trying to make sure that none get, either pulled behind or worse. After speaking, the cairnkeeper here, the priest, seeing the plight, but also not enjoying having others on sacred grounds, he tolerated your entrance for the time, seeing that you are not corrupted like so many others who have come through here and have been immediately obliterated. Memory cutting to one of the worshippers that had not taken notice of you, though you decided to dispatch him after gaining his attention, realizing the unnatural mutations that seemed to have imbued his body unnaturally. Every time you crunched his bones, this seemed to sound off almost like a musical charm or band. Even when his ribs were broken, he was rejuvenating. The xylophone-like sounds for each rib popping back into place.
So we're literally that 1920s video of playing the skeleton?
Yeah.
Or like 40s animation, whatever.
But even though that situation was unnerving to some, but managed to dispatch it, we're also realizing that the city might have many more like himself regenerate unnaturally. Didn't seem to have ceasing. Took a moment, and Modar thought of the fact that you have some knowledge and connection to the mirror itself, especially using this blessed hall of Socrates. You had decided to cast legend, thus finding out much about Carcosa, being connected with the Yellow Mirror, and realizing that there is a high priest that sits on a throne protecting it. One that's been there for many a year and heavily guarded. The city itself, a winding maze of entrails and organs, but also being part of the great artifact itself. Much to Modar's horror, and having to fight for his own mind as he learned these secrets that were not meant for many mortal minds. The city lives and breathes itself. Many runes spread throughout and are also part of the Great Yellow Mirror. A forced domain created where if somebody were to sit on the throne and control it, would be able to warp and control reality itself, allowing any pervasive thought come to full manifestation. Realizing this came to the full fruition and thought of this person could continuously manifest other creatures, possibly, or reshape themselves unnaturally, or even just continue to regenerate unless he was ceased or separated. Realizing that approaching the Yellow Mirror directly right now might not be the most wisest and direct course of action. But hearing of the rune stones that have been carved throughout the city to continue anchoring Carcosa in reality, The Fey Stone was made by the Fomorians as they retreated from the Feywild as thanks as Hastur gave them a place to live, but also some of them their bodies back for those who were truly faithful and others to earn their place amongst his throne. The Duragar's Forge, where they had been welcomed and kept safe, where they can craft masterful weapons, some that you may wield right now from where they were forged and shaped. An old matriarchal throne that seemed to have been left and abandoned, ritual invasion, overtaken by many of the twisted creatures as the drows bite other houses, has been subsumed and purposely bent the knee to Hastur to prevent any of Lolth's other children ever holding that section of the cave. And then finally, for the last room that you had heard of, before the Yellow Mirror, Hastur's throne, where the priest sits guarding the key runestone, making sure that all is safe and that Carcosa remains in reality. With all this information gathered, as preparations were made, through some gifts as well, and curious questioning and offering, you were able to convince the priest of Sucrus to guide you, but gave you the warning that if you were to return, he would have he and his kin attack you, unsure if you were uncorrupt at that point, and not willing to trust it, as anyone who's gone into that city has come out unhinged and altered in any undesirable form that they've seen before. But with that, they had let you sleep in the hallowed halls with the many cairns they keep. The skulls of their fathers and sisters, and many of the other kin that have fallen before, heaped within the ritual rites here. Many murals carved upon the walls, and others that have kept sections to where they dream in the veil safely. You do see quite a few stone giants looking begrudgingly at the fire giants, though. They do not attempt to push you out, but they tolerate your presence for the time being. But the priest will guide you as you are making preparations and getting your full rest, which at this point would be able to go to when you want to push on with your trail.
Damn, I feel like I missed a year's worth.
It's been a couple months.
I mean, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have not been going long enough to need or want a long rest at this point.
It's just basically sleeping because it's multiple days of travel.
Yeah.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but we decided we were going to take off first thing in the morning. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you've already been traveling down here for a few days, and when you arrived here initially. It was towards the end of, I believe, it was the third day when you had arrived at this safety in Haven. obviously, the others that you are still traveling with, the many soldiers that you have, being able to get a full night's rest is fairly good, especially after losing some of the blood hunters when the ambush had happened and the other creature had, well, filled the entire cavern as much as it could with what seemed almost like an infectious powder.
Let's make sure that they're all ready to leave in the morning and beat fucking feet. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not a huge fan of being down here. That's, you know.
Both Thalos and Hailguard will stare at Modar hard, but won't say a word before walking off.
Jeez. Hard-ass Thalos is something that Modar does not understand how to deal with, even a little bit. He's like, wait, but the nice one is being a dick to me. I don't understand. If we were to begin to marshal to head in a direction, where on the map would that be?
On the north end, but I can also just...
Oh, Josh, sorry about that. Can you update my vision field to apparently 180 feet for both Thalos and Hailguard?
Good shit.
And can you update Me's to be 120? Just Me's, not Modar's.
Gotcha.
Rain has somehow also made her way into one of the giant's beds.
I mean, it's pretty soft. It's purple worm leather.
Is purple worm leather soft? Sorry.
After you tan it and weather it by a stone giant's hands, yeah. Yeah, make do with what you got, Danny.
It wouldn't have been intentional. She would have just, had a drunken nap come in and just found the softest surface possible nearby. Straight up Debo to giant. I don't care.
Jumping on that soft leather to chill on.
Can we skip to next morning?
I am just
Fine.
correcting tokens right now.
Yeah. Rooster sounds. Birds chirping.
Caw, 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 as
Yeah.
they say.
Modar, mentally, we're still connected, right?
I have to do it every hour, but yes.
Oh, okay.
It would have been the first thing I did when we woke up, because we are technically in enemy territory.
You're so smart.
Would
That
they be
is
offended?
his only redeeming trait.
Would these guys be offended if I was walking around with shadows?
Not at all, but they would still be watching you warily. Outsiders here are obviously not always welcome, but seeing how you are not really corrupted in the way of what the yellow sign has demonstrated, you are safe.
Last question. Is the echo something that's combat only, or can I have that out like shadows as well?
Well, you could effectively have it out.
Gang, gang.
I can see so far.
Gordon. That's how half giants were made.
You go, girl.
All right, let's beat some feet. I will blow the imaginary whistle that we have to summon all of our allies.
Moda, I don't
Eh.
know what to make of everything that you saw. As you related to us, it was all very confusing. But it seems you have a greater grasp on what is corrupting this place than the rest of us. What do you believe our first target should be?
Whatever the outermost rune is, I believe we discussed working our way through the city, perhaps sending Hezend with some of the rest of our forces to handle some of the runes that are powering the mirror, and then once the rest of the runes are depowered, taking everything that we have left and throwing it at the last rune, which the high priest, will be at. We do have the minor issue of there being a friendly sort of stuck in the mirror. I purposefully do not glance in Rain's direction.
Ramis, we forgot to mention we ended up scrying for Jin, and it turns
Oh
out
yeah, what happened to him?
he's in the in-between place, like between planes. We think he entered the mirror, and he may be, correct me if I'm wrong, being fattened up to become some sort of a vessel for pasture.
As far as you can tell,
Yeah.
that seems to be the aim of why they're having him wander there.
It's either breaking his mind down or having him experience something that makes him a better vessel. We're not exactly sure.
Which I'm taking to mean that effing Dorian Seville sold him out. And when I find that dude,
I mean, we were pretty 100% of him not being a good guy to start.
yeah, and I mean he fled into the Underdark from us like the last time we had an encounter with him.
Because
But
we gave him the business plus tax.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, sorry, just catching you up.
But yeah, the assault from the outer edges of the city, get in, destroy the ruins as quickly as possible, and beeline it for what I imagine will be some sort of citadel-like construction. I'm picturing a big temple against the wall of the mountain that we're underneath, built into
Wait.
the very bones of the Underdark.
Who are all these people that popped up?
These are our boys.
That's the army that's following us. We've got
We took
got
like
blood
a regiment
hunters.
with us, or
Yeah. You unfortunately the Blood Hunters are the only ones that have suffered losses up to this point. But
okay.
yeah, we got the Blood Hunter order, they got gassed. We got the mages and soldiers from I kept almost saying Swazoon, and the Fire Giants.
And what about the rest of the army? Are they going in like another way, or is just this who came with us? Everybody else was like, "You're crazy, bro."
The rest of them are arrayed outside of the entrance where we came down, in case that we fail.
Okay. Grand Magister.
He's taking care of the new king. He's not.
Okay.
We're not risking him because he's
And,
not a fighter.
The dragon?
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah, we don't know. We were hoping she was gonna go.
She was gonna be here.
Bring some help from the side of light or something. But
Yeah, that might
Wait,
still. Hey,
wait,
look, heroic teleport in could still be in the books. You know.
And what happened? Didn't we meet a celestial? Who was like, we kind of got you when the time comes.
that's what they said. They
haven't showed up. The day
We
came
met
and they
the
were not
other
there.
time.
The
We
closest
got
thing we
you
have to
in the
celestial. What?
Unless they know something that we don't, there's gonna be another fight after this.
The closest thing we have to celestial right now is Rain divinely asking for favors daily.
Well, but Rain now gets whatever Rain asks for.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
Rain,
Mom.
Wait, let's not waste it.
let's not waste it. That the building will still be there in 7 days when you can ask
I have
again,
been
and when we're not
asking
underground.
for this
You,
goddamn building.
you know what we could
Goodness.
really use right now, Rain?
A temple.
A temple.
Don't fucking say it. Don't you say it.
A temple.
We could use some booze right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
No.
Divine intervention,
Rain
booze,
with that
avalanche.
NPC. I'm just
Create
saying.
food and piss water.
Yeah, but could you imagine the booze
Excuse
that
me.
the gods drink?
Whatever I create would be of the highest quality. How dare you?
We also got a tavern with the dwarves who were the best there is at what they do. That's why we got those guys.
What they do is really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, for mortals.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, I'm spitting real facts.
Gonna cast silence on the newly fucking whisper ear grima tongue Eidolon. What the hell?
Unless she got a good taste
Silence
of
your
life, man.
tongue. And then
just
last one, what's his name? The Snur.
hey, these are his forces. These fire giants are his,
Yeah,
Oh,
and
he's
they have
also
been
bringing
worth
more.
their weight in gold.
Oh, he's bringing more?
Yep.
Okay. This is what, like his honor guard?
Pretty much, like, these guys are decked out and they're all wielding magic weapons and more.
They dub
I think-
us ass kickers.
I believe they're sworn to Eidolon. Or
Currently,
maybe
yes.
that's just Hazund.
Hazund is sworn holy mind, body, and soul to Island because she had...
How the fuck did that happen?
Well, he
She
died.
beat the fuck
and-
out of him.
And I made him feel his body and soul last night.
Wow.
Hey now.
I
I
mean, Nira originally started trying to kill me. I get it.
Yeah. It's, you know, crush love.
Ramus and Eidolon fist bump in the morning? Did we never
I was
expect
gonna say there's a high five.
this?
Yeah.
I just slap
as a
Hazard
quick-
on the thigh like mine's bigger.
As a quick question and reminder, one of the things that I made sure to ask about with the legend lore was what is the method for shutting down these runes / destroying the mirror. I remember you told me, but I just want to remember fully because I don't.
Oh, we figured out how to break the mirror?
I was figuring it out. Yeah, that was what Modar has been working on.
Effectively a dispel magic, anti-magic as well, with breaking where the rune has been placed. And I believe I said remove curse as well.
Okay, so hey Rain, make sure you prepare remove curse today, please.
No
Help me
problem.
out. Help! No, yeah, this is for saving your brother.
Oh, okay.
Please promise me.
I'm
I'm begging.
right now. Doing it right now.
Immediately.
Totally gonna do it.
Okay. I'm.
Are there any native fauna down here, Josh?
Down here is actually, hilariously enough, very much ironically to the style of how you carry yourself. A lot of fungus, a lot of, you know, mycelium and other things that are growing everywhere. Anything that's dank, dark, and mushroomy will be growing in full effect here. You do see plenty of mushrooms you could probably make use of, and some that are very clearly edible, others that are very questionable. Go ahead and give me a nature. With that, you do realize that some of these, the reason why they grow in abundance, hilariously enough, are like tinder boxes. If a single flame would cause them to ignite in mass like a methane pocket. Good old fire caps. The others that are mixed in with it are just water orbs. They collect a lot of water. It's also why giants and others are able to stay down here without having to find a lake, as they seem to almost be like a moisture farm. They gather up blandless, tasteless mushroom flesh as well as a large pocket of water in the buble that they suck up. And then there is, well, also a couple of what you recognize as madcaps, things that you could eat, but they're hallucinogenic and could cause insanity if you eat too many in one time.
What's that? How many mushrooms can we eat?
Noted. Noted.
Noted and goaded.
Always goaded.
Are there any animals getting water from any of the hydrated mushrooms?
For the ones, especially for how much noise you guys make, not currently, and especially for having giants walking with you, it's easy to assume that anything smaller than probably large would still probably seek shelter. But go ahead and give me a perception, see if you can't tag anything out as you kind of spy on stuff on your travels.
Perception?
Yes, sir. With that, there are a few things that you take notice of, aside from, like, the usual purple wormholes that you've witnessed in your travels, bless you. There are, curiously enough, what looks like thin, spindly threads when you had taken an initial look at them, but very quickly have been pulled back or seemingly avoided by some. You very quickly realize that these are cave fissure threads. It's very sticky and adhere, but if somebody were to touch them or grab onto them, kind of like a fishing line, would immediately try to reel you in and eat you at the other end for wherever they're nesting.
Okay, I relay that information to the surface army.
Those things are gross.
Yeah. Just to make sure they're aware of what to avoid.
Gotcha.
And what they can, in fact, gain sustenance from.
That way you have a full backup.
That way they're not down here feeling like they're going to starve or,
getting scared of other things.
Yeah, exactly. Just to boost a little bit more out.
All right.
All right, Rangers, I guess it's time to go.
Onwards and outwards. Me, get up there.
Helga, take a point.
Idolin, would you mind, I gesture towards me and Hailguard, wherever the front is.
Fair enough.
I recall I managed to convince us to get convince the stone giants to give us a guide.
It will be the priest.
Did you always have those bruises on your wrist? Why do they look like lip burns?
Awkward silences.
Awkward sounds.
You're telling me he wouldn't be wearing them proudly, along with his new collar?
I mean, he doesn't speak out of turn.
I bet he doesn't.
I don't know what's going on. You were talking and you were echoing, and I just couldn't hear anything.
making sex jokes about your giant.
Hey, only I can make sex jokes about my giant.
If that's what you thought.
Too late.
You stay out of this, nerdy prude.
Unfortunately, I don't understand your mortal, whatever. I don't know. I can't get there.
Your mortal means your weak body. Alright, let's do the.
Is Modar a virgin? Probably. Almost definitely.
I believe this came up before.
I'm pretty sure I said definitely before. Oh, this hallway looks vaguely familiar.
Don't worry, it's the travel map. I'm sticking you in the prison.
The prison! No! Yeah, Modar and me are recasting fucking mirror image every minute on the minute because I can do it for free. So there are now 8 Modars walking down the hallway.
Would there technically be fiends that we're looking for down here?
Yes, every sorts of kind. Fiends, abominations, horrible creatures. This is, well, some blood hunters' dream and other blood hunters in training absolute fucking nightmare.
I was gonna say, because, like, I can track basically everything down here with advantage.
Oh yeah.
If we need to find somebody.
This place reeks of fiendish energy and abominations and more. Like, there's just aggressive amounts of just corrupt magic and more.
I'm trying to figure out how long anyone's been around here, or if we're how close our next encounter is.
So, 26.
And if we'll start with that.
Alright. You catch a very rare scent, something that seems to have been pervasing these halls quite a bit. It stinks heavily, almost sickly sweet for some of the areas, as you realize there are multiple tracks of slime, curiously enough. There are also smaller footprints as you start to realize, like, it looks like this area was torn up or kind of dug at. Something that's been searching in these caverns for anything more specific or detailed purpose.
Can I tell how long, or is it just like vague tracks of...
There's a whole lot with the 26, though. I will definitely give it to you, of what looks like multiple tiny quadrupeds, as well as one figure who stands at a humanoid height, more or less. You would assume probably close to your size, probably shorter, but a spindly frame with what looks like some trails of slime here and there for what's around there. Go ahead and roll me either a nature or an arcana to try and discern what tracks these are.
Hold on, because one of those I get to, I don't know which, I get to roll at advantage, but... That's a lot of reading right now.
Alright. Especially with Arcana that the trails of slime, it's not a normal kind of aberration. This is a mind flare with a whole lot of intellect devourers walking around it.
I relay this to the group. Are these tracks like... I mean, I can't be like, how many hours was this? Because that's not how tracking works. But are they, like, relatively new? Or it's like they were here and then just not... Because nobody else has really been down this way for a while.
You would hazard a guess, because especially going through the caverns, it's fairly wet. And especially in the travels you've already gone, it would have been been a couple hours walk. If I would say from the slime, you would be able to discern that it's probably like not even an hour, half hour away from where this roaming pack was.
Oh yeah, I'm readying everybody.
We're all telepathically connected. The main group, not the soldiers.
I look up to my brothers to see if they notice it too, and if not, what kind of blood hunters are these?
These ones,
Or are they just like generic to make your life easier?
I won't deny they are generic to make my life easier, but they are some of the more skilled in blood hunters. They are definitely not your level, but they are still enough to be able to go out and handle like smaller town issues pretty much by themselves, and then gather up for bigger ones like hags and such more easily together.
Alright, so I shout at them. And I guess the rest of the army to steal their minds and mind flayers.
Everyone gather up around Idolin!
You see all of them try to get closer. The giants just being in the way.
Spacing! Remember your spacing!
But gather up, but keep space.
Oh, I'm talking to us now, because we're like the DPS people should all be spread out in this circle. The rest of them are just bodies. Yeah.
There's giants everywhere.
Hell yeah.
So,
Which direction does it go off in? Straight ahead or behind us?
DM God, do I have to roll again for that? Or did we, are they just, it looks like they left down the way they came, right? So that's in front of us.
yeah, basically the direction you're going seems to be the same that they're heading, though, especially for this many, it looks like they've probably been gathering brains along the way.
Oh, so there might be those little horrors to deal with. Lots of them.
Yeah. Watch out for fucking intellect devourers. They're dangerous at any level.
Yeah.
They'd seen it
I
firsthand.
guess be ready because we'll probably catch up to them if anything. And I'd rather we have the surprise as best we can.
Do we see anything out ahead of us? Or can we make a perception check to try and detect if anything is in hiding?
If anything is invisible, me can see it out to 120 feet.
That's good. 'Cause-
He's like, well, they're right on fucking top of you.
Ah!
So,
That's so many! Oh my god!
as you do see this at the same time, he doesn't look aggressive. It doesn't look aggressive, question mark. But they do look at you with curiosity as you do kind of make eye contact with it, and it does seem to slowly approach you with its toting horde of brains.
It speaks, what, Abyssal?
Let's see, well, how close are you gonna get to it?
I have all my spells and everything out, and I'm
not.
like,
My
don't come any
shadow-
closer!
My shadow is gonna try and get close enough to interact because they speak in Abyssal and I can telepathically understand them.
Even before the shadow gets closer, before. You hear in your mind,
Mm-hmm.
why do you bring an army down here?
Is it all of us or?
He's incapable of answering that question, unfortunately, because he can't learn why the army was
Yeah.
gathered because he didn't do it. So I don't know whether or not this is information that he would have because Modar knows this thing, but he can't, like, he's not a person who can, like, answer questions without being prompted by Modar.
It's true, but Me4 can say something.
Okay, he would say, to get rid of, some monsters. Why are you here? And, he'll also hear in his mind Modar's voice going, what is he saying? Tell us. And me will start relaying everything this thing says to everybody else.
This thing has 120 feet of telepathy, so could he pick up on that?
He's basically like now just kind of, let's see, how far back can he just stretch his thoughts? That is pretty much everyone up to this line, so yeah, he can get all of you. He would basically stretch his thoughts out to everyone else. I am here collecting information most rare.
Information most rare?
For who?
My collective.
Your collector. May I'm gonna go for it. Is it someone we should know? I don't know if that's gonna get us into a fight or not, sorry.
Oh, don't worry, I was about to say something that would be like, hey, are we about to have a fight?
Surfacers would not know. Though, your minds do not scream like the others.
Do not scream what? I didn't hear that last part.
Like the others. We have come prepared for our task. Do you bar our passage?
No, I would ask if I could collect from what you destroy.
Oh, he wants their brains? Yeah, whatever.
He wants to go over the ruins of the Yellow City after we destroy it.
Yeah, after we destroy it, well,
I guess we just gotta do a really good job.
yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get to the point where there's one or two brains he probably shouldn't have. But until we'll take those heads, and is this worth a deal worth possibly having to fight this guy and all of these things right now?
How much do I know about intellect devourers and mind flayers? Would I be would I assume that this is a person that I could trust their word? Like, I know enough that I know that this is an intelligent being, probably smarter than any of us individually, but does that mean conniving, or does that mean I should be expecting verbal traps? Or
With
is
that,
this-
you know they're definitely not devils or any form of that. They're highly intelligent. They are, as much as what you love to hear and hate all the time, highly magic resistant. Just from the natural slime of their bodies. But that's also why he doesn't seem to be affected. So he seems to be genuinely interested in learning about this. He might be a mind flayer scholar per se. You've seen these. They're terrifying, but usually good on their work.
I have an idea. Do you guys want to see if we can get maybe a little bit of his help?
I mean, yes, but at the same time, again, is it worth either having to fight this guy for maybe again 2 brains that we probably don't want him to have, you know, like in that uh in that situation.
Let me make it how about this? I'll offer him
Because first
hey,
off, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. First off, if we fight whatever avatar of the Yellow King, even if it may not understand, there's gonna be shit in that head that he probably should not have.
well, that goes without saying that we would destroy that. I guess the question is, are we worried about mind flayers becoming an issue later? Because they haven't really been. We fought a mind flayer once before, but I don't think they've been. This is not like a thing that like, oh, we're plagued by mind flayers and nautilus shells above ground. This is
Is this okay?
Very
So
rare.
can I ask him if this is if this is academic or pleading the fifth? You know, like,
Are you
or
auditing the class?
I'm like, um, I don't want to ask him like, are you fucking with us? But like,
no,
I
yeah,
feel
I
like-
think is this an academic
Yeah.
request for knowledge? Is a good way
Aberration
to-
of the abyssal sea, astral sea. What is it you intend to seek out with this information?
is it academic? Yeah.
Yes, there are some things I wish to reshape for our home to make it more amicable. These magics have demonstrated such prowess of transmutation and transfiguration.
I believe
If-
that's the need of what we leave behind. If you want to give him the go ahead,
If your eyes are keen enough, you will see that we are accompanied by a many peoples. If you are to gift us your power, we can gift you the knowledge you seek.
Most of the knowledge he seeks.
Should it be in a condition you can reap.
Did you say the word reap?
I understand that brutality is needed. It all can be elegantly preserved. I will find what I can after you're done.
I do not think you understand me, creature from beyond this realm. If you assist, you are free to take whatever you wish.
Most of whatever you wish.
If you do not assist, I do not believe my friends are privy on keeping you alive.
Ramus turns around. Wait, is that what's? Are we trying to force this?
Oh, he called us friends.
Go ahead and roll me an intimidation or persuasion.
Can he have it? Can she have advantage with Ramus and I?
Yes, because everyone was piping in.
Excellent. I gotta go
Okay.
grab water, but I got a gravity fissure for these motherfuckers if they don't, you know.
You hear a almost oddly satisfied hum of what, just like in your minds for a moment as he thinks. I can tolerate this. I do not mean to be disrespectful, but I would not be in the front line. That's what you're expecting, but I will aid with my magic.
Worry not, I do not ask a warrior to fight beyond the realms of expertise.
As long as the attack doesn't come from behind us.
It will not.
Ramus is pretty weary because it's a fucking mind flayer, and he's seen many blood hunters go down to mind flayers, but a body's a body.
This is true.
Is this
Fair
gonna
enough.
end with you being
Fair enough.
like, I'm staying down here?
Who
And
knows?
so, the tales of Eidolon single-handedly going through and raising an army, pimp smacking every general in the.
What happens to the Yellow King? Who? Who rules the Underdark now?
The bitch of the game.
He
Yeah, I
cleans
know.
toilets now.
As he will.
I would invite that mind flayer to walk beside me and make conversation.
He will actually take delight in that, as he has not had anyone to have a full conversation piece that isn't an enslaved brain.
How does your man feel about that? No, I'm just messing.
Well, I'm still hobbling, so I'm sure he doesn't have too big of issues.
Ram is just poking and says, "Well, at least we're probably better, better company than brains."
As you do see them all kind of like, marching around Degosk as he will join the line with Idle. You do see the stone giant watching warily.
As am I.
As you do see the various intellect devourers.
We really are gonna end up with you staying down here to be like the king of the Underdark, aren't we?
Who knows?
You're gonna be fucking Saruman trying to take down Sauron.
Oh, come on. I'll be
Well-
like Morgoth. Give me some credit.
Not well.
Eidolon rules the Underdark now, and
I was just more using the analogy of him going, "Fuck this. I've got my own forces. You're not gonna be the king of me."
Yeah, but Morgoth was successful, somewhat. Um,
One could argue that, in the end he did win, because though he lost to somewhere else, his dominion over Middle Earth was reigned for 2.5 ages.
also, I would like to mention my fourth tenet. You shall rule until a stronger one arises. Then you must grow mightier and meet the challenge or fall in your own ruin.
All right, there, Conan.
Onwards, upwards, and inwards, I suppose.
It is true.
Wow, he's really
I'm-
just standing shoulder to shoulder with you two, huh?
I
Alright.
invited him.
Dope.
He doesn't seem to really have
Look,
too much fear.
So there are power moves you make with this kind of thing, right? If you're like, hey, temporarily join my army, we can grant you what you want if you grant us what we want, and then you like sit next to me. Because you basically go, I'm not fucking scared of you. But I will ask if he's still connected to the mother brain.
The Elder, yes. They have quite the gathering of our fellow kin have expanded much down here, but this area had been tempting but dangerous. Only those who are the most hardened of minds are allowed to travel near here.
Are there more of you down here currently? And would we consider them friend or foe, even with you by our side? Would they not hesitate to eliminate you just for the greater good?
Oh no. We are seeking the transmutations altogether. If we were to collect this information, all of us would benefit. Also, there has been no end of delectable dining, though. Our brains are almost saturated with information.
That did, but did not answer my question. Ramos is just like, okay.
Yeah, it's a very uncomfortable situation.
Yeah. Say the least.
My hand is obviously not on my like sheath. I'm not like holding it tight or anything, but I'm resting it near it at all times, just because he's very weary at all about a fucking mind flayer, regardless if he's our friend. Not exactly known to be the buddy type.
Oh no, but especially for the fact that he wants information so badly, he's willing to join up with what is very perceivably an army that's rolling up on this town.
And who's to say at one point he's not like, you guys probably have what I want. I mean, you came this far.
A curious group indeed.
March along, sing your song.
It'll be
I don't know any marching songs.
another at-length travel for this day.
You had a good home, but you left. You're right. You had a good home, but you left. You're right. Your baby was there when you left. You're right. Jody was there when you left. You're right.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm singing cadence, so we're marching in tune, in sync.
So,
Downward we go.
further and further down. It'll be one more day's travel as any other opposition is met or curiosities, but Degas will inquire a little bit. So what is your knowledge of this city?
Pilgrims, not Pilgrim. Ramus is humming a tune that sounds like Ask Alice by Jefferson Starship.
Hell yeah.
That's a mighty Freudian slip there.
Yeah. I mean, fuck that guy too.
Right. As this day travels out, Degas will be inquiring as to why you're heading to this fabled city. As far as my knowledge, many of your surface kind did not desire to come here unless you've been blessed, as he states it with like a question mark into your minds.
We have been blessed.
Blessed? I don't know if what's happened to us up to this point would be being blessed, but
You mean being introduced to one of the greatest cosmic opponents that we may behead and prove that we are greater than what the first and oldest gods have to offer? Is that a blessing to you?
I'd say we drew the short straw, but here we are.
I see. It's glory that you all seek, then.
Glory are for knights and kings.
Ramus chimes in. Glory's head is not apart from his body in a ditch somewhere.
We are in it for conquest.
I actually have to agree with Eidolon. We're here for death.
You
We're here because nobody else decided to stand in our place. And he looks at his brother's duty. No more, no less. Because nobody else will. His like back arches straight. He feels very this is like a very blood hunter, serene, I know I may not come back, like almost monologue. Ramus at that moment looks very proud to do his shitty job that he knows is pretty shitty, but he's still proud to do it.
You get this eerily overbearing sense of joy kind of emanating from Digosk as he kind of gets this whole sense, and especially hearing conquest and death, and it's almost strange to hear someone kind of chortle a little happily in your mind from the emotion without hearing them chuckle out loud. So you have chosen good company.
If that's one thing we've never been called. Most call us slayers, but we didn't ask for that either.
There's only one name we asked to be called.
Eidolon's army.
Nope.
Nope.
I lift my robe, exposing my Tims.
The dead ass rangers.
Modar has a pair of butters on.
Alright.
I don't got that bread.
We really should like Photoshop some tan constructs on all of our character portraits. Ramus's are like untied, like Wu-Tang in a 90s music video.
Absolutely terrifying. You curb stomp your ass straight through the ground.
We're all wearing Carl Harwood jackets.
Beef.
We're fucking
All right.
ridiculous.
Another day passes.
Indeed. So, Modar,
You're
especially for the legend lore, you know the furthest outskirt would be the Drow's homestead.
oh good.
Yay! Half spider bitches.
That's Driders.
Yeah,
Sure.
well, we might find some.
Yeah, true.
As you do reach the premise of where the stretch of the city starts, the priest will take a moment to point down the tunnel further. You continue straight. There'll be one last split. The leftmost tunnel is the one that will bring you to your desired location.
Is this as far as he's going?
Yes, I do not wish to enter that corrupt place.
Can we avoid the Drow city if we have to, or is that inevitable?
It's from, if I'm understanding correctly, that's the closest outskirt of the city. That's from the direction we're heading. So we would need to go through because it's part of the city. It's like the edge.
Oh, I thought we'd go like around it or whatever. That's why when he said to the right.
Is it a distinct place that we could avoid, or?
Or is it more like the suburbs, you know?
It is the quietest stretch of the city, but is where many creatures gather time to time. There will be silence if you are lucky.
Ramus gives him a very confused look and like gestures at the fire giants.
They are not the creatures of the city. Not yet. And I pray that they won't be.
Well, our streak of the short straw continues, Ramus says.
Is there any other preparatory stuff we should do if we're about to go into a place where we might want to be quiet? Oh!
Would like a
Hell-
blessing be helpful here?
What?
A bless on folks?
Oh,
I was just trying to see if I can pass something on a few people. But
What about a pass without trace?
pass without
Honor.
trace would do you good. Protection from
Is
good
it-
and evil as well, right?
Is it how dark is it in here? Is it like pitch black or I guess is it dark? Yeah, we're in the fucking Underdark. Of course it's dark.
Our dudes have torches and stuff, but yeah.
So Ramus sort of slides into the back a little bit away from the people with torches because in the dark I have passed without a trace naturally.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a blendy boy.
Those of us with dark vision should just take the lead. Let the
Agreed.
torching.
How many people can we get with a pass without trace?
I don't believe it's a specific number of people. We just have
Yeah,
to
so
be
then
within
30
a
feet.
range of Thalos. Yeah. So
well,
if-
Hailguard. Yeah.
Hailguard. Oh right, yeah. So if we put Hailguard right behind Eidolon, then that covers pretty much the whole, or right in front, however you want to do it. That covers basically the same area that Eidolon is covering with her aura.
Well, then we're gonna have to get real comfy to get those last two giants in.
I
Yeah,
could
Ramus
cast invisibility
moves
on them.
a little out because again he's not worried about the darkness.
I can take care of them with invisibility.
But I like seeing Josh try to Tetris the entire army to a 30-foot circle.
I mean, we could absolutely do
There
it.
you go.
It could be done. Okay, I kind of love that like this is how we're going to enter the city in just a ball of fuck. I mean,
Ball of
honestly,
people.
we should put these guys on either side, and these guys should all be in the back. I just want you to reorganize the whole thing one more time for me, Josh.
And if we're gonna
this
do
guy-
that,
the-
these
I mean,
mind players over
obviously,
here, we should put
Hey-
them over here.
Haslan should be right next to Eidolon on the other side. It just makes sense.
That's true.
Then we
Are the
have two
Devourer
fire giants in the
coming
back with these two guys on the sides, and then Nira and Artorias can be up here with Rain. It just
Sure.
makes sense.
Or I could get them up here, and then they could fit like that.
He's like, yeah, that's what you say, but this is what I'm gonna do. I like your suggestion.
We
but
appear on the
like,
next map.
It's true. You do appear on the next map.
Ah!
Would you like to roll high or low for favorable results?
Oh, you know it's high, baby.
Low.
Oh, alright.
Well,
So
roll
then
it.
you roll.
Somebody else roll. I'll roll high.
Too
No,
bad
you called it.
You called it low, so you gotta roll. Always, always high.
Always go high. Oh dear. I am in a wall. Eh.
So we pack
Oh,
everyone in.
I'm in a room.
Let me scrunch everyone real quick. I'm gonna stick the giants in the wall for the time being. Don't worry about their
No,
nearby.
our giants! No, he's taking our giants from us.
That's right.
4 wall solid structures. My weakness.
How dare. How fucking dare. Alright. So, finding his initial location of the Rouse homestead, it does seem quiet. Nothing really seems to be disturbing the area immediately. Soldiers do kind of gather around. You do get the sense of unease amongst many of them. Shuffle everyone. Everyone.
I'm taking a look around, doing some sniffing and some hearing, some looking.
As before, we'll look down the main hall and see two magically lit braziers from what looked like to be an old shrine of Loth that's been twisted to look almost like a throne. Upright. The spider legs no longer looking like spider legs, but almost intestinal, purposely reaching up like tendrils from the floor.
I was just kidding about the Drider thing, you know.
You do take note. A soft glow in the distance. It seems to be maybe some form of an arcane sigil.
Mentally, this is most likely the location of the first seal. We're going to need to go in and go in heavy. All in favor of sending the shock troops, aka the intellect devourers, in with our advanced party, which should be me, Hailguard, and Eidolon, most likely, along with anyone else who wants to come.
If Helgard goes, that means the Pass Without Trace goes with him.
Yeah, so that they can get in and do it.
Okay.
Is there anyone around us, or is there anyone near that I can tell, at least, with that survival roll?
That survival roll. This place reeks of aberrations. It's everywhere. This whole place is tainted with it, and it's difficult, but you could tell that the main center focal point is near that wolf-esque throne.
Could
So I light my sword up.
Go ahead, Ren.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I can do a spell to see if there's any traps around us.
Please do.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. One of those, yeah.
Perhaps. You actually do take note that thankfully you didn't let anyone go in yet, but going past the main section here, between the main doors, there are two hidden glyphs.
Two hidden what?
Two hidden glyphs. Magic.
Oh. Are these like recognizable glyphs? Like, would I know what they are?
For that, you would have to get closer, but it's easy to assume larger variations probably
Where
could
are
be.
the glyphs?
I will
Somewhere around here, I think you said.
put a little scribble dibble.
Okay, so my floaty boy goes and he's looking around, relaying back to me if he sees anything.
Tell him to trigger it.
I know, I was gonna try. If he sees more glyphs before he gets to these.
He doesn't, but he sees multiple halls that probably extend further out. This place seems to have definitely been a mansion / barracks that has been long ago abandoned. Multiple creatures and other things look like they've had fights within these halls to try and make it their homestead, but have probably sooner left.
Does he set off the trap? Can he set off or can it? It's a shadow. Set off the trap if it tries, or
If I give it a try, touch it, have a crossover if you like.
first it floats over to see if it's like touch.
Go ahead and roll me a d2. 2. Alright, go ahead and give me a d500. With that, you do see these runes flare to life as you see the entire chamber illuminate and the purple fire burst to a brighter green for a brief moment. As the shadow itself gets the strange mutation of somehow being stronger. You see it bulk out and its body shift and contort, and then for the time being, the shadow has 20 strength.
Oh, that's cool.
Just all altered and transmogrified its strength. Which is a terrifying thing to see a shadow go from this spindly little thing to a full door mass of like just blackout void.
Does this seem permanent, or?
It seems permanent for this one.
Okay.
Which is terrifying to think in prospect, as nothing's been able to alter your magics before.
I have a question.
Yes.
With the information that we've gotten additionally from Rammus's shadow, do we think that this is the rune, like the seal here that we're able to see?
I mean, it can see the rune at this point, right?
Yes, it is highly unique. It's definitely far from anything else you've seen magic-wise. And
Well,
seems
First, before Modar does anything, I look at the Mind Flayer and ask him about if he knows anything about this. I ask him I ask him just about the runes, all three of them, and the chamber.
roll an Arcana for him. Well, a natural 20. This is some of the magic that I have been searching out. Transfiguration. Something to forcibly change and mutate. Does show promise already. If only I could find something with the knowledge of it. Though I would say, be cautious. Since we are not the ones casting it, whatever becomes permanent might need some special care from your other compatriots, as he gestures towards Rain's clerical power and Artorias.
Okay, so this could end up badly.
yeah, those traps are dangerous. It's a good thing it's just a shadow.
The shadow just got lucky.
He really did. It could have been a myriad of things.
Modar's gonna nod at me, who's going to point at the glyph, and I was told that I
Which
could get rid
glyph?
of it by the main one here,
Alright.
and I'm going to attempt to cast Dispel Magic.
Should I keep the shadow in the room or no?
It's
Is
entirely
the
up to
shadow just coming straight back out?
No, he's going to do his little phasing thing.
To not touch the glyphs again.
Yeah, to not touch the glyph. I don't want to
Get another.
happen to set something off.
All right, Modar.
Me technically, but yes.
Yes, me. Me 4.
Mm.
I need me 4 to make me a DC 19 with your spellcasting modifier.
Okay, I have improved abjuration, so I get a +6 to this roll. That's a 33.
Excellent. As you see, the runes from this elder sign snuff out. But then you hear something tearing.
Yep.
It almost sounds like a piece of fabric being sheared for a moment. And then you hear multiple wings, leathery and chittering, wafting through the air. As that chamber's roof seems to drop down what looks like material and tatters of stone. And then you see the first one drop down into sight. A twisted and malformed Sturge.
Ramus takes a defensive stance by the door. We're not going in there. Those things got to come out here to get us.
Which we will be going into some initiative. As you hear more and more and more.
Make sure they come to us.
It's good fun.
Oh, the name is on for that. You're an evil man.
What's wrong?
It's so big.
Yeah.
That thing could drain a man in one in 1 second.
Have a
Just wait till we put an intellect devourer in that thing's head and have it fight for us.
little sippy from you. Come here.
Josh, I just need you to use the intellect devourers to take over every strong minion that you've created to fight us. I need it so bad. Do you know how bad an intellect devourer can be with 2 people that can cast silvery barbs? Do you know what that is? That's death.
That's the future. Modar, I need you to come over here for 3 seconds.
Ah, no, no.
And everything's alright.
The roomiest head an intellect devourer's ever been in.
Or fucking real. Have to be sure to put these timers. Doo-doo-doo.
I wonder if Vestin's int score is higher than mine.
Beston? Yeah, I mean, something to figure out later.
Like, I imagine that Thalos is the most powerful druid on this plane. I imagine that Ramus is the most powerful blood hunter. I imagine that Eidolon is the most powerful paladin and cleric, and Rain the most powerful cleric. But there are a lot of powerful wizards in this world. I don't know where I stack up against them, really.
Not to mention you were a bureaucrat.
Right, I'm not even from this place, technically. I don't have the background to be the greatest guy of here. He's become a battle mage, but he is not supposed to be one, yeah.
Modar CPA.
Basically.
missed for that. Things popping up. An absolute chunky fucking wave of people. We'll have just covering the back line. Alrighty.
Are you finding your dungeon jams?
I'm always breaking them. Yeah, this is one of the few games where I have so much in it that it actually has to fight itself. I'll hate myself, but I'll hit that refresh.
Excuse me.
Easily one of the few games where I have so much stuff in it that it's just fighting itself all the time. There we are. B4.
Hello.
You see a Sturge altered by the void coming down as what looked like tattered cloth but colored like stone hit the floor. You start to realize that now that that ruin is there, the thin veil that was there, the creatures are now trying to pour out of it before it closes.
Interesting. Is the veil exactly where the rune was, or is it this whole building?
Effectively, that whole room.
Okay, well then I don't want to block off the room, but I can try and send that guy back to where he came from.
Oh, all I see is the void surge, so.
He will point out at the creature that is beyond his understanding, because he's never seen it before, and cast banishment. And he just says, back!
Alright.
As a DC 23 Charisma saving throw versus being banished.
DC 23. Alright. Oh. He will fail as he cannot make that. So, pop into the GM there for the moment. But you do continue to hear multiple claws tearing through the fabric of reality.
Cool. Me is going to turn tail and run back up. Can I get up onto there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then he'll say out loud so that the soldiers can also hear. They're coming through a rift. It'll close pretty quickly, but we need to hold them back until they do that. That's me.
Alrighty. Next, chunky boys. Delicious D4. Oh, yeah. And immediately within the doorway, you see one of them come flying out, landing on the wall, and immediately taking note of the soldiers up front. Oh, delightfully try to make it dinner. A delicious bite and claw onto. Which the first one will miss, but the claw will hit for 7 slashing on the soldier. And then the second one is gonna come roaring on down towards Ramus. For its white claw. Both of those missing wildly, but as it swings, you do see it scrape across the marbled stone and actually take a sizable chunk out. And the claws look sharp enough to be able to burrow.
Fuck this thing.
That. Another D4. Alright, all four. Which, especially in mentioning the wonderful burrowing. You start to hear multiple chunks coursing through stone.
From inside the room or outside?
From inside the room, as it hollows out one of the door frames, and you start to hear some of the structure collapsing. And then Ramus. This strange-ass creature, clearly some altered stir, just trying to get a chunk of your blood.
I'm gonna do what I know how to do.
Go! Practice these.
What kind of... Can I tell how if that was really, like, damaging or not?
For that, you could definitely tell it was definitely damaging on it. Though the creature itself is, well, eerily enough, very durable. These tokens are tied rope.
Okay, so then... Does the echo sort of behave the same way a shadow would, or... Because, like, can it go through things and people, or...
For the shadow itself, yes, it could pass by other people.
No, the echo.
Oh, the echo, it would appear wherever you kind of point out to be. It can't share space
Okay.
with other people.
And it can't be more than 30 feet from you ever.
Yeah. So I use, I guess I use an incarnation to... Yeah, I use my bonus for it to use an incarnation for, I guess, technically a third attack from me.
Let's see. This one would have actually been felled from those two initial attacks.
Oh, would it? Okay.
Yes, that was...
So then, this guy.
Alright, 22.
Oh, yeah, alright, 24. And then Strong Boy comes over here and he, like, flexes first, then...
Oh, yeah. It definitely fucking lands a hit on this thing. 9 damage on it. Let me go ahead and roll with that D4.
Ooh, that's a 4. Holy shit.
Alrighty, it is looking very weak after that. Jesus.
Okay, so then one of these guys... Could I hear where these things are tunneling from?
Oh, easily. It's in the room pretty much next to you.
Alright, so I put one of these guys here and another here, and I ready them for whatever comes out.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then I get in another defensive stance if that's me.
Alright. Three of these boys.
Can everybody, is it obvious enough for everybody else to hear it, or?
Oh, it's very obvious. Everyone can hear it. Like it's going to tear through the wall in the next round.
Actually, can I take a step back, or?
Yeah, you can take a step back.
Alright, I take a step back.
Alrighty.
Oh no, I used my bonus. Never mind. Okay.
Alright. These boys are very hungry. They've been in the void for a long time. Coming in, they do see the shadow. The shadow does not have blood. The
Neither does Echo.
Shadow and Echo. Around here, and this boy start dashing and carve his way through the stone wall to here. Alright, the shadow will get an opportunity attack if it would like to take it.
Yes.
Strike through. Okay, roll me that d4.
Which one did I get? This one?
The one that's right next to you immediately. Because he would have been the first to pass.
Oh, okay.
But that one right next to you is going to try and claw and bite you. Which neither of those will connect, but this one's going to try and nom on the soldier in the front. Which, especially since that soldier is injured, he now has advantage to try and hit him because of bloodlust. And that bite is a nat 20. You see its proboscis sink through the armor into this man's chest and start draining him. Or 13 piercing on that, and starts clawing at him as well. For another 7 slashing as this soldier's getting torn and rent at the front line.
Which one is it?
This man right here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bagosk is looking with fascination, but also caution. Let's see. What will he go for? Can't do that because that's every single creature. It's a bit of a pickle right now for himself. Yeah, he would. As he will step lightly to this side. And he's going to point out towards the main chamber of where it was and throw down a wall of force. Just to cease them from coming directly this direction every time.
Good stuff.
That is glorious purple. Good life going. And then for the intellect devourers, send in the Munchie boys. Six coming. Can they pop some brain? Well, One of them is stunned. As the intellect devourers are coming in. The full circle. He's going to try and body thief. Actually, I go 3d6. 10. That's just the right amount. All right. So yeah, Bodar, you get your desired wish.
Yes, how many void surges do we have now?
I will exchange this man from that and make this with a heart so he is friendly. We'll do a tinted color as well. We'll do it's saturated purple. Infected voice surge.
That one's an ally?
That one is now an ally.
Yeah.
So its head grabs its head for a moment, warbling, and then you see one of the intellect devourers disappear, and then its eyes blink over, and it turns towards the other void sturge, claws extended out. And you see Digosk is very satisfied with the results. Great.
So just the purple highlighted one is a friendly, right? The other ones next to it are still hostile?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fudge. I would like to do a firestorm spell.
Hell yeah.
It says I can arrange it in 10-foot cubes. I'm not quite sure how to draw that out on the map, but I wanted this guy. These are 5 cubes, right?
Oh, I think that was one of Rames's friendlies.
Yes, that's one of Rames's shadow dudes.
Yeah.
And
This-
two?
These 4 are me.
Okay.
Shadow,
Just the guys
Echo.
with the yellow borders.
Oh, okay. Could I just do one 10-foot cube and hit them 3?
You're still gonna kill the Echo and this
You're gonna
dude,
kill my Echo.
I'm sorry.
my human man.
It's the
here.
yellow. I thought it was okay. So this one and this one then, yes?
Mhm.
Fudge pockets. Then I'm gonna end up killing everybody else. I'm sorry. Never mind.
It's a tough spell to use, I won't deny. What is this?
I recant my spell. I go haha and
Haha,
instead-
just kidding. You're so
Yeah, I
stupid.
was just kidding.
Kill yourself.
If I go, if I come here, would I be able to? I'd be flanking this creature then, yes.
Yes, because the
Is
echo
it
is
the
there
other
just
side?
threatening.
Okay. So I'm gonna shift over. And I'm just gonna swing my Heartbreaker, because why not? One of those,
God damn.
and then I would like to attack again, and use my Heartbreaker one more time.
God damn.
I hope that hurt.
Jesus.
Oh my fucking.
Like, I hit pretty hard, but you hit really fucking hard.
Yeah. Make sure you. Oh, well, you still have Holy Weapon checked on, but make sure you check down 2 marks for using the Fury Tattoo.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you can ignore 5 and 9
Mhm.
from those 2 attacks.
Those ignoring those 2 damages, but that's still enough to crunch that boy into oblivion.
Ramus uses a
Okay.
reaction. It gets back up and attacks this one.
Alrighty, let me
Is that one attack, or do you make it use its multi-attack?
It would be one attack.
It's one weapon attack, and I can amplify it to do +2 to damage.
Would you
But
like
I
it
don't
to?
think I need it.
Would you like it to be the claw or the bite?
Which one hits harder?
Uh,
What would its natural reaction be? Like the first thing it would do?
Probably the claw.
All right, so then claw.
20.
Because it's just getting up and reactionary attacking.
Alright, it's 20 definitely lands. That Void Sturge not looking too healthy after that. Alrighty. Will you remain there, Rain?
Yes.
Okay. The Blood Hunters, especially everything's still super chaotic at the time. Come rushing in to try and get on this boy. All of those definitely hit. So, alrighty. That Sturge is definitely injured at this one. Blooding at that point from the Blood Hunter sweeps, which actually the archers would full wipe that one out. So we move on to the next. Need to roll more. Only one more on that run. Gonna come flying down and smash into the wall of force. And look extremely frustrated, and then start searching for other sections of walls to ping off of. Alice.
Just want to make sure. Is this the one that's bloodied?
For that one, yes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna hit it with firebolt.
So, coup de lord, that actually finishes it off. You send
I
another
just fire
surge
it like
back.
right over Rain's shoulder.
Excellent.
And that'll be Thalos, just waiting for the next wave to hit.
Alrighty. I apologize.
I remain standing here, posed, with my sword in front of me, and that'll be me.
Alright. Modar.
I'm gonna step back over to the posing Eidolon and prepare a firebolt. Aiming, if I see one of those things poke its face out of the wall, I'll shoot it with a firebolt.
And Haligard.
Considering, yeah, we don't see anything at the moment, Hailguard is going to do the exact same thing. Just preparing for anything, any one of these things that comes through and makes it past the first set of guards, he's going to hit it with a firebolt.
Alrighty. As another 3 will come tearing through. So these ones will also ping off the wall of force for a moment. And then we'll go for that full dash, carving through stone as more and more of this homestead starts getting crumpled. Priest and the rest of the guard are ready in action. But she's gonna cast out some heals to her ally. Got torn up at the front there. These these ones crumpling through the walls where they are. Me4, you hear multiple void sturges carving their way through the hall, and you can even see parts of this drow house is now fully collapsing as multiple walls have just been rent that were supporting it.
Is it a good idea to hasten that?
Possibly. Mm-hmm.
That was more towards the group, but thank you for the answer. I appreciate that you're the one who told us.
Me's just gonna prepare to firebolt if stuff comes out. I don't want to prepare too big of a thing and have it blow up in my face.
All right.
Sort of bring it down.
Me will take his bonus action, however, and he'll throw his dancing greatsword into the air.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I always fucking forget about that item, so I'm using it.
Listen, better me than me. Too many things to do.
Alrighty. With that, crunching through the wall of stone. For everyone who's had a ready to action, you can see another void sturge has made its way through, and multiple are following through with it.
Yay.
The firebolt definitely hits. She's... Oh my god.
$39 damage fired. Variety.
That one is definitely dead. As it pops out of the wall, it gets the two initial fireballs followed by the third just down its fucking face.
Just in case.
It's fair. As the shadows grab it and start tearing it apart. Fucking.
I give Thalos the nod mentally.
And then the last of them, this was the chunky group. It's gonna
your honorary Drew Chang.
Put this one in the wall for now. Come tearing through to get at those tasty, tasty brains.
Are the brains tasty to the Void Sturges? Very curious to find out.
With a nat 20, I think so.
Oh dear.
It's delicious. One of their favorite dishes.
It's
Great
intellectually delicious.
It's stimulating to an intellectual degree. So I should get one. And then spores. They're drinking in these delicious little treats. Alrighty, Ramus.
So this comes here. Can I get over these guys, or would I have to go around?
You would have to go around unless you swap places with one of your...
Okay, yeah, I didn't want to... I kind of wanted that attack, but...
all of your attacks can still come from the position of your echo, though. You don't have to
yeah,
move if you don't want to.
But I also have my Crimson Rain, so...
True. You can't do that.
I was also considering one of my shadows, but... Actually, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do something stupid since my shadows can fly and squeeze through spaces, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to use a bonus action to switch with this one.
All right.
And I'm going to attack this guy.
Fuck him up.
Hold on, gotta find my sheet. Actually, no, I'm gonna get this guy for the advantage.
Yeah, that definitely lands us. This one, fresh from the wall, is. You can see it has one of the brains lands down its proboscis as you start ripping into it.
Was that enough or no?
It is definitely bloody, but that was not enough to take a fresh one.
Okay. Where the hell is it? Oh, sorry. 2 bloodthirsty strikes then.
Alrighty. As it weakens immensely, but is holding on for this fight.
Okay.
Oh,
so
whoa,
then
never mind. The second with the 20 full cap that one. Alrighty, that one is immediately filled.
Okay, then this guy, Sir Muscles, is gonna hit him.
Fuck him up.
Ooh.
The 5 would unfortunately miss.
This one's gonna hit him. This one's gonna hit him. I'll start with the bottom one.
Light him up. For 14 would miss, unfortunately. But
Okay, so then he's gonna go on him. Damn.
unfortunately, they are squirming too much, especially in the chaos of this with the stone flying everywhere.
Alright, technically do I have to wait till it's someone else's turn to use a reaction?
Depending on the trigger of the reaction.
The death of the shadow. Or the death of the void sturge.
Oh, with that... It would eat your following reaction, but I would let you do that as well.
Eat my following action?
Following reaction, like, basically...
That would be my reaction for the turn, I know. Yeah, that's what but yeah?
Yeah, I'd allow it.
Alright, so then it attacked this one on the way down.
Already.
Or it got back up and attacked that one.
Unfortunately, that was a 6.
Yikes. Is this the last of these things?
As far as you can tell, it sounds like there's multiple burrowing through the wall towards the knights and the blood hunters.
Alright, so we've got more coming. Then This one didn't take a single hit, did it?
Currently, no. It's still fresh.
Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna save it. That's it for me.
Alright. Nagask is... gonna try and collect some more information. Gonna instruct his pets to continue to brain drain the enemy. And not worry about the one that's stuck on the fucking delicious snack tube. that. Dagosk, you see two more intellect devourers running forward as these ones gripping their head in the same fluid fashion. Very quickly get converted to Dagosk's little minions. Start to chunk him in. Rain.
I'm gonna walk in past a wall.
Alright. You do hear the northern side of multiple burrowing fingers.
Northern, like here or like here?
Like in there.
And it sounds far.
Not far at all. Very close, actually.
Okay, curiosity's getting to me. I want to go. Can't see shit.
I will say you
There
do
it is.
see what looks like a doorway in this section here.
Okay. Alright. So that's... I moved 10.
Yep.
I'll go a wee bit farther.
This is the wall of force right here.
Yes, that's the wall of force blocking off.
Okay. Where is it collapsing? Like from there back, or?
Basically, in this entire chamber is starting to fall from the ceiling everywhere, as well as the outer walls from the right side. The northern walls started to, but that's also because of the large mass and rain. You do see a large group of them.
I also shout at her that it's collapsing to please be careful.
What?
I would like to cast a spell.
Do it.
I want to cast Sunbeam. In that direction to hit all three of them, if possible.
Definitely.
Okay, sweet.
You Kamehameha away.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh God. She really is.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
that's
those
what that.
bad.
That's a fear. Oh God, that's a 16 actually. Because that would be with the melee. That one is the spell, which that is a lot of ones.
Oh, that is a lot of ones.
Well, they all fail, so they definitely get blasted by the light, but at the same time they kind of screech as they really do not like being fucking roasted by radiance.
I hope it burned. Can't do another spell, so I think I'm gonna back up a wee bit
Alright.
to... I think I had 10 or 15 left. So I'll go like right here. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. So you keep that wonderful sunbeam concentration going. The blood hunters make ready for the first thing to come out.
I'm in my Goku era.
It's the best time. This one's searching around and finding his way. Gonna follow up into that chamber there. And Dallas.
Okay, charging in.
Get him. As Rain is
Again,
Kamehameha
just-
that doorway.
Be careful, because it's collapsing.
True.
Don't worry, it's
Which
fine.
way is she firing? Is it like is it a consistent beam?
For some being, yes it is, so whichever way Rain will be pointing it for the time.
So
Yeah,
where were
she's-
you firing that, Rain? Up north? Rain, which direction were you firing up? North?
Yeah, through this doorway. And I shot this way.
Catching the good three.
Gotcha. So if anything was going to be coming, it would be coming through that doorway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to maneuver around her to that side. And I'm going to pop a haste mushroom, and that'll be Thalos.
Alrighty.
Your haste mushroom would give you an extra action.
This is true.
Is it instant? Is it instantaneous?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Ha. Ah. Interesting. Hmm.
Go on in. Just walk in.
No, no, that's okay. No, I'm gonna take a pot shot with fire beam. Sorry, with a firebolt at the nearest one.
Oh god. Definitely fucking hits. Thing is screeching out in pain as is now bloodied.
Then maneuver back into position, defensive position, and that'll be Thalos.
Alright. Your army does well.
I know. All I have to do is stand here, which is what I continue to do. That'll be me.
Monar. You see the Sturges
Preparing to-
collected.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying the Sturges have been collected. Dagosk is looking very satisfied.
Excellent. I'm good, honestly. I'll just prepare another firebolt. I'll up it to a... No, I won't. I'm gonna just do a firebolt.
Alright.
These things aren't even worth my time.
Absolutely fair. And Helgard at the back.
Helgard will move in close here, but he's going to take a defensive posture and prepare to fire on anything coming through that door. He will also pop a haste mushroom.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Sturges. First batch. Making their dynamic exit through the wall. To surprise the bolt hunters of all. So, for those who had ready, yep. 22, good lord. That's 20. That one will straight drop as it gets through the wall and just gets burnt to a crisp before it can even fucking do anything. Beautiful. So these two are going to try and make a meal out of a blood hunter. Well, two of those hit, but it's not bad. But the one has lanced him with the proboscis and starting to drink his blood. It's spicy. That's the priests, along with the mages. Those mages themselves are going to, well, be more precise, and they're going to drop some magic missiles on those Sturges. first. It's wow. Wow.
Wow. That is quite a few ones and twos.
Yeah, that is hot doo-doo fire. That starts is wounded, which I can easily hand wave that. These two would die on that. Which, especially for the last remaining ones, they're gonna come on out and try and make a fucking snack out of the others who had made their way into the foyer.
Ooh, they step two.
They
Hailguard has that ready to action.
light them up.
All right, one of these cats. Whoever's closest to rain.
18. Definitely hits this dude. Roast this fucker as he comes through the wall. These guys are going to try and split their attack up. Well, the first bite and claw will miss you, Dallas, but the second one will come over with a bite for a nat 20, sticking its proboscis in you. Oh,
Okay.
Me will cast Silvery Barbs. Natural 20.
that natural 20 turns into a nat 1 as the flashbang goes off and just reels back in pain from the bright lights just dazzling its eyes.
You didn't say the magic word.
Thank you, me.
And I'll grant the advantage to Dallas.
Hell yeah. And these ones, well, try to scrape off of Rain's armor, but can't even get past the main shield. Alright, me 4.
Hello. The closest one. This one here. Chromatic Orb. 26 to hit.
Definitely fucking hits. Good lord.
22 acid damage.
Acid definitely takes full effect on this. It's holding on by a thread.
Okay, and step forward and call down the dancing greatsword. A 28 to hit.
Definitely hits.
13 slashing.
Oh.
Magical.
Finish it off as it crumples the floor and turns back into what seems to be void goo.
Excellent. That's me.
Oh.
Also, I'm still maintaining the banish. That one's still being accounted for, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He's still sitting at the doorway.
Little idiot.
Little Egypt. Let's see. All those boys have been taken over by Big Oscar. Actually, no, that incorrect. This one will come popping through the wall and have to scooch on over as he is to fight his own ally. They immediately fucking clash in and can't hit each other at all. Or, oh, my bad. Ramus, it's your turn.
Is there any way for me to get over to this area without going all the way around? Are these things like solid or?
With that, they are solid. It's you could just swap step with your demon and step around then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck it. I swap with this dude over here, and then here to give me that A+. We should be back to full. How do you have so many sheets up at once?
Years of being a DM.
feeling?
Very bloodied on that. Hanging on hardly after those initial strikes.
Alright, so Strong Boy comes over to
Finish the job. Good lord, another 13. That actually is right on the money. He just drains the last remaining life from this creature.
I'm trying to see if these things can take it here. This guy can make it here.
There you go.
He attacks this one.
Let him up.
Oh, jeez.
Shadow demons are having a rough time.
This one strategically back here, and I guess that's me.
Alrighty. Degas. We'll have his boys in reserve, but also have these boys go to fly over and help. This is advantage. The best they've rolled all night. Kill your allies.
Yes, fight your NPCs while we watch.
You've done this. You've done this all.
That was the whole point of the campaign. We went and became Power Rangers so that we could order other people to fight for us.
Right.
I mean, no one really wants to fight us, so...
I would like to confirm that these two are friendlies, yes? The purples?
Purple boys, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this one.
Advantage.
That's right in front of me. With the Heartbreaker.
Hell yeah. Crush his fucking face.
That's technically flanking, yes. Can I attack on advantage?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that it lands.
Most definitely on that. Crunching a good number of bones.
Crunchy, yes. And then I'm gonna strike again.
Oh.
I picture these to be like baseball swings.
Big meaty fucking swings as you just keep batting this thing back and forth.
Yeah.
It is-
And I'm going to stay right here.
Alright. These blood can't really get in there right now. Those. Fellas?
Dalos has left the building.
We lost our boy. Oh, alright. Oh god, the primal savagery's back.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, primal savagery attack. Pretty much pop Wolverine claws and like lay into the dude in front of me.
But that is definitely more than enough to fucking finish that one directly.
All right, and then step in, and with second hasted attack, do the same to this one. Oh no, critical miss.
You should have
One.
advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say one more on a shoot and definitely advantage because that's still a threatening ally. There you go. But you will finish this fight out entirely indirectly.
That'll be 27 altogether.
Level
you
up,
said-
GM.
All right, that's Talos.
That is combat.
Good work, everybody. Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Green
Woohoo!
spends the next 8 turns using the rest of Sunbeam into the sky, just Kamehameha waving, because it's a
Blasting
concentration
it.
spell.
Yeah, I gotta let it out.
Talos gives me the up nod. Yeah,
Modar gives Hailguard the down nod.
that's it. Drew Tang.
Yes, the Drew to the Tang.
And the boys in blue.
Wait, hold on now.
Wait, blue Tang.
Blue Tang.
Oh!
Ah!
Are there any spoils for us, or is this place just crumble?
So, as
I-
you... yes?
I was just gonna say, I don't know that we have time. I think we should be hurrying on to the next seal. This might be the one time where I say we shouldn't loot, but I will not interrupt.
Guess.
No.
Can I
We should move
tell?
on.
I'm not like. I mean, half this thing already crumbled on itself, right? So whatever's just in front.
So whatever's just in front, go ahead and roll me a quick investigation, as you do see some lingering magics wafting through the air, but the room that's immediately adjacent to you realize was an armory.
Like, nice armor.
I guess we'll find out.
Ramus caught the scent.
We lootin'.
We gotta leave our calling card, right?
All right, I turn all the faucets on and clog the drains.
All
That's
of
us, right?
Every single.
We're the wet bandit.
You gotta have the web bandits. Alright. So, amongst the rubble itself, very quickly as you search around, even though some parts were pretty much ruined, there's still some salvage. It's not anything that you would probably want to use yourself, but something to still use as treasure. The items within the drow armory that you were able to find: a long sword, +1, as well as a heavy crossbow, and what looked like a couple of healing potions on the shelf, but they had been smashed by the initial collapse, so only one survivor.
Alright, I put the potion in our stash. If anyone thinks we should take the others for just loot money, sure. Otherwise, I'd leave them.
Let's fucking beat feet. We got runes to go, and the city is now gonna know that we're here. We're coming.
Alright. But definitely heading out immediately, as you do see ripples existentially going on through what was the remains of that house and the void. So we'll grab the...
What was that D4 for?
Don't worry about it.
Our wanted level.
4 stars immediately. You hit 5, Haster himself will show up.
Speed run, but 5-star wanted level Otren speed run.
Any
percentage.
As
Onwards to the city. Let's fuck their shit.
heading into the city itself, especially from the matron halls as well, you start to get this heavy sense of unease. Something almost pressing back against you. And even though you have the map, these halls have shifted, changed. Obviously, an after effect of this domain being here for so long. The one leading the way, I need a survival check see how well you navigate these now warping
Already
tunnels.
did.
Oh, there you go. That excellent navigation, you find your way into a main section of the city and start to realize how twisted and warped everything starts to get. One section here. There. And as your allies and soldiers will be falling behind, but I'm just going to leave them time.
Yeah, we want the intellect devourers and the giants are what we would like. Leave the humies behind.
But leave the humans behind.
Are they just like taking longer than us?
Yes,
Them and the giants?
just because the corridors themselves do get tighter as you head further in.
So we're always the advanced party.
Initially, but just as a sight of the city itself winding through paved ways, carved stone, other pathways that seem to waft with rot and others with sweet perfume. The city moves high and low through the entirety of the corridors and caverns, some heated by magma vents and others that seem to be cooled by flowing rivers of water. It's at this point, especially in the gardens that you've navigated to, that are in a more reasonable section for what you're heading for. The other one that you had heard of, the Duragar's Forge, as especially for the more heated and thermal vents and following the volcanic areas. Very quickly find yourself into what seems to be more the dwarvish style of this city of madness, and feeling even that eminence kind of permeate through your minds as you navigate here. I need everyone to make me a DC 12 wisdom saving throw. If you have protection from good and evil, you are fine.
What if we can't fail because we're next to Eidolon?
If you can't fail, then you're fine, but you do feel it trying to press at your minds.
Still a +7, right?
You said it in wisdom. I can't fail.
Alright.
I cannot either on a DC.
My lowest I can roll is a 14.
15 here.
Let's see.
Thalos looking down from at all of us from his fucking well-disciplined and defended mind. No, I have never considered giving in to the evil. Why do you ask?
I'll still roll it just for the fun of it.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do anything for Nira and her 5?
She, with the +7, would just make that.
Oh, okay, right.
Unless I suddenly stopped liking Nero.
It's true.
What?
Do you like her? I'm just asking for
Yeah.
a friend.
I guess.
Alright. But, especially as Island's aura protecting you, you are
Hey, where am I?
safe. Where are you? You should be here. What the hell? What the fuck?
Not
You
invited.
left me. I was like, nah, you guys got this.
You guys got this. You're fine. You're fine. There. Alrighty. So, especially traveling through the city, you start to hear the cacophonous laughter of various madmen, other people who have joined in mass and collectives to celebrate being within the city, and even feasting or well, enjoying revelry in so many exotic ways, and some that would disturb many other minds. As you are proceeding through and seeing this cacophony of madness and celebration, do you take pause for a moment, or are you just marching through as fast as you can at this rate?
Marchy, marchy, march, march.
Follow the yellow brick road.
All right. With that, go ahead and give me another survival check.
All of us, or
Just one person who's leading the way through this tunnel of madness. Alrighty. 20. There we go.
I figured if Ramus is leading and I'm right next to him.
It's fair. As further down,
I also figured I'm pretty good at tracking and moving around, so I'll make some rolls.
quickly shuffle. Yeah. Tuck it away. Winding through these tunnels, you start to realize that some of the architecture is warping. You realize that some of this looks like it's bleeding down into the veins of the earth itself. Almost like the walls are slowly sinking, but not. You can see the stone in the wall itself almost reverberating as if it was breathing. Oops, sure, that's better.
Would we say we are in the City of Madness yet?
For sure.
Definitely are.
Outer edge, or like...
These are the outer edges. If you were going, as you go deeper in, it does continue to warp. As B4 steps out a little bit, you hear wings. Strangely enough, heading through these many hallowed chambers of lava. As you are continuing to proceed, you will take note of one of these creatures flying by. A masked lizard-like creature with blackened skin, the wings leathered over by being stuck within the heated chambers of the lava vents themselves here. Now still unnaturally twisted and...
Can I tell what it is from where I am, or...?
With this one, it would... Go ahead and give me a history or arcana for this one.
Arcana, you say?
Yes.
damn.
Well, actually,
Actually...
The fucking CPA.
So, for Primus Thalos, this is a rare sight, almost easily confused with a wyvern, but also clearly not from the scales and body and along with the wings. Seeing even just a few of these flying by, you've heard stories of creatures from the stars before, but the fact that they're flying down here seems too outlandish to really match. For Modar, you start to realize now that the reason why Carcosa is shaping the way it is that This whole place is slowly being sucked into the far realm, and creatures from the void are now entering in here from the astral sea.
Yeah, that's something that doesn't need air, is it?
No, this is a Shantak. It is.
Bless you.
It is a creature that doesn't need to breathe, but it can inhale toxic and poisonous vapors as a self-defense, emulating that of a dragon, mockingly.
Yuck.
And the fact that it's living near magma vents and where poisonous gases gather, you assume that that's why there is breathable air here, but also the danger of these things catching sight of you.
Okay, let's get one of those pass without traces going again, and go as quietly and as quickly as we can.
Is it medium darkness, or is it like still super dark in here?
It's definitely medium, being this close to the lava vents and such. As you see the flowing rivers down below, you start to almost feel like your perception warps, as it looks like the bridge itself bends underneath the lava, but you can still see it clearly on the surface. Something's playing at your mind.
Okay, so I'm still cool then if it's like medium.
Mm-hmm.
Is it getting brighter as we go, or?
Slowly. But that's also because you're getting closer to the lava flow. But not immediately bright. It still has that emberic dim to how lava is when cooled by air. As you are proceeding, I need
Which way?
another wisdom saving throw from everyone real quick. This one is... I don't think you can fail a DC 13, can you?
I'm so wise.
Right? As you start to realize that the madness pressing at your mind is going to continue to increase.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Hey now. Hey
Okay.
now.
All right, never mind. All right, cool.
Dallas is
I'm in for-
immune. Don't forget your +7, big boy.
He's seen some shit. He knows what's up.
Yeah, as opposed to last time, he seems relatively calm the deeper you guys are getting in. Last time he was all weirdly erratic down here.
Alrighty. So, Nira.
Of fucking course.
Even with the +7?
Shield of one.
Can I hit her with some bless?
Uh,
She gets that extra D4.
I think it would
Or
have
would-
to be retro.
Oh no, wait, what is it? Guidance?
guidance. I think is
Not. It's only ability checks.
yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
All right.
Are we gonna have to send her back?
It's possible. How many remove curses are you willing to put into her?
True.
All right.
We try to willingly put her to sleep. No, she has too many hit points.
Curiously enough, seems like she has shortness of breath, and it's weirdly like the vents themselves are starting to choke her. But you know Nira's voice is usually pretty loud. It gets weaker. And she can only really catch her breath every 3 or 4 words.
Alright, she's gotta go back.
Fine. And she chokes that through and just like tries to push forward.
Damn. This is just gonna get worse. We need you to go back. We need you alive. At least as far enough to where... No, it's probably best we send her back, right? Warn the rest of the army coming this way what they're
Only
in for.
those. Only those with at least a +6
Yeah.
should come this way.
Either that, or we're gonna have to find a way to buff her.
I can help.
Is that
You
cool?
being alive is
No,
best
it's-
help.
That's Nira's like short ass breath.
Is there a way we can buff her? Just to
Could we greater
We need
restoration?
Protection from evil and good would give her advantage on the save, but only for a minute.
What
don't-
about greater restoration?
You can give it a
It's
try.
not. Well, that would fix her.
It says it's like a
curse.
debilitating effect.
If you think you can do it, Nira, then go ahead.
Hey, but no, because she's gonna have to keep making more rolls. So
But do you all not want her here?
absolutely,
Obviously
we also want
marching.
her alive.
Obviously marching towards her own insanity.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote no on the marching towards your own insanity. People who don't think that they can hold their own should not stay.
Yeah. Please let the. I mean, yeah. Make sure the other troops know what they're getting into. Right
Do
now.
paladin auras stack?
No.
That sucks. That's cringe.
I can.
Then again, otherwise we would just daisy chain and have 40 paladins hold hands and walk together into here.
Artorias will chime in. Like, I'll get her back safely and extend what I can to the other troops.
I even forgot he was here.
wait, who said that?
Artorias.
You know they were gonna need him.
He's Rain's dad. I'll leave that. Look, this is Rammus's NPC and Rain's NPC. I'm not gonna
I mean, it's
make calls for them.
to your decision, but I don't think all the other soldiers have your mental fortitude.
If nothing else, he can go stand with them.
Yeah.
If I could chime in, returning to the others and giving this information and letting them know what's, up ahead is also participating and contributing. And, you can watch our back end. Just not die in the process.
Same time you
Rain,
see
I'm
him.
proud of you. Rain, I'm proud of you. You made a joke about him leaving, and he didn't, and it wasn't like, don't abandon me this time.
Yeah, no, I've healed a little,
Wow.
We're growing. I'll make sure that they're safe and that nothing else happens to her.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Artorias.
And I guess yourself too. But
See, Nira like beyond frustrated at this point.
oh, we are too. She's a lot of damage.
I'll be okay.
We will see you on the other side.
We're not gonna send you back to the surface, but stay with Artorias. And a bit back. Let us take the brunt.
I avert my gaze so she and Rammus can say goodbye.
And we say goodbye.
I watch.
You do see a large level of frustration as she's been so strong up to this point. Now she can't even be there to the end. Oh. Oh, come running. You can see the tightness in her chest from whatever happened here. It's still trying to choke some of the life from her.
Yeah, that's why she's got to go back.
She will start to fall back with Retorius to warn the others. Press forward and start navigating these maddened tunnels. See her looking back as you are parting ways for the moment. More frustration than anything in her eyes.
Slow ballads are playing. Yeah, so we have space for the Mind Flayer now?
Yeah. He'll catch up.
Like, I really like Nero, but I don't want to catch another axe to the back of the head, and
Yeah.
I feel like the Mind Flayer is pretty important at this point.
Still switch around as can I get a group stealth? Or actually, you have passed without a trace, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Double check some things real quick, yeah. The Shantok.
If we do a group stealth roll, I think Ku should roll.
Well, it's a collective.
So everybody.
Yes. Everybody.
And this is all plus 10, though, because of the pass without trace, right?
Yes.
Goodness
My-
gracious.
Gracious.
Wow. Can I use a luck point for this? Can I redo that? What the fuck was that?
Like,
Please.
That was special.
Please, Rain.
Why?
Okay, 19.
Why don't you
yes, that is how luck points work.
use some divine intervention and make it a natural 20?
That's not how that works.
Wait, did you take lucky?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
give it a go. There we
Wow.
Oh
There you
my
go.
god,
go.
a 1?
Beautiful. I mean,
So 11.
was
Clang,
scary.
clang, clang, clang.
good lord.
Okay,
Listen.
we balance you out, thankfully.
Thankfully,
Okay.
with the pass without a trace and everyone else.
Thankfully, there's a 38 in there.
Fucking combat rolling in heavy armor.
I'm sorry.
It is
All right,
not
there,
your fault.
Havel.
You're good?
You've got the highest, the second highest AC right now.
Do I?
I think so. You're at what, 24, 25?
Yeah, I got 24.
Yeah.
I know Rambus has 25.
25.
Alwyn has around the same as that.
Shocker.
What do I have?
Good AC.
No.
23 for me.
So, with that, thankfully, the Shantoks do not pay any heed to you, especially with the various smoke and gases coming up from the lava vents themselves. Couple chittering people, those who've gone mad, you even see what looks like someone who's fully merged with a mushroom. Not even a myconid, but like the mushroom was there first and then they meshed around it.
That sounds like a horror scene.
Agreed.
This whole thing. Yeah.
Olasil.
You start to see some of the metalworking vents, though. Things with various drain-offs, and you start to smell almost acrid acids and washes and oils, things familiar to mything and forging, following past the bizarre homes and cackling madmen, some en masse, some that are almost look like they lurch hands out towards you like they notice you, but then forget you exist for a moment.
We grow closer to the forge.
Find your way to what looks to be one of the larger sections of the cavern carved out. The ironworks heavy and shaped purposely, none waned with madness, though the various statues on top give a different story, almost as if the Lords of the Void are watching as the various Duragar continue to master their crafts, shaping bizarre fluids and alchemical properties and fires into the weapons before them, with one massive construct made entirely of metal that seems to be chained to the wall for the time, overlooking them, though billowing smoke all the same. And this, I think this is an excellent spot to leave off on, as you have found the Duragar's Forge.
Oh, so now
That's another one.
It's currently occupied.
We should probably hang out till our mind flare goes.
And dispel. Boom. Everything explodes.
This thing keeps like fading in and out. Is that
Yeah.
just the graphic or
It's
is it roll 20 chugging?
It's just a
The
gift.
last couple frames are having trouble loading.
It's uploaded the GIF, but I wanted to throw that down so you guys could see the animated variant before switching over.
This is friggin' awesome.
That is really cool though.
Yeah.
We're doing it. We're doing the final shit. We're in the city.
Sick.
Fucking god.
Delete
Oh my
that.
shit.
Because I get rid of the animated version, and there we go. It's more solid. You're in it. You're in the forge.
Shia Gorath hiding around here to give us a tea party.
Night night rain.
night night.
Night, kid.
Good
Thanks for
night.
hanging.
Thank you for running, Josh. Always a joy.
Anytime. I'll have to post XP later as you guys get to
Do we level up? That's
level
the
up.
real important question. Do we level up?
Possibly. We'll have
Wait, how far are we going then?
I'm just being a shit.
Can we like level up our gear instead now?
Well, I mean,
What we'll
technically,
probably
when
do
you
is
exceed level 20, you can,
There's
you can use
Paragon.
boons, or you can also do a post level 20. There are guides on how to do that as well.
But yeah, there's some powerful weapons in this room. If they're real. Give Ku another deep fathom dagger.
What do you do in like post 20 if you keep going?
You can pick between boons or paragon levels or mythic levels.
Yes.
Differences?
Mythic levels are the closest to, like, the closest thing to official rules for what happens beyond level 20. But according to Raw, the only things that happens is you get to pick from, or get randomly assigned a boon from a list of, I think it's 28 or 26 boons.
26.
And then either Paragon or Mythic is like a holdover from, I want to say 3.5?
Fourth. The Paragon
Change
levels
it
are awesome.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I just think you should let us prestige. Like, I'm just gonna start becoming a level a 20 wizard.
A full gestalt character.
Yeah, just I am now 2 men inside one body.
Just keep going.
Yeah. We all end up as level 300 characters.
Just impervious to everything, levels and everything.
I'd be happy to get that action, Serge.
I just created cheese wizard.
The Ultra. Created a half fire giant.
Truly did. All right. Thanks again, Josh.
Anytime. I'm looking forward to the next session.
See y'all in 2 weeks.
The Forge awaits.
Hooah!